Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where you can watch games and practice game design, and we are back with Doki Doki Literature Club.
I love horror games, Tony.
Horror games are great and freaky and messed up, and here we go.
I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently.
I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me.
Just you.
In that case, best of luck.
Thanks.
You wanna... Oh, is it like drooping? Yeah.
I had to tighten it. We're good. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Neski has already run off into the closet.
Krizzes? Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club.
Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway.
Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason.
Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy.
Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this.
Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath, then pulls a copy of the book out of her bag.
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears to be elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long.
Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom.
Did Yuri leave you again?
No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make some tea.
Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding.
10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take this long.
I got to this next part and then I stopped, so I don't know what happens after this.
Oh boy.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Oh no.
Let's do it, man.
Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway.
Ha, 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 ha.
What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. Sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale like someone sucking air in through their teeth. Are they in pain? Reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Okay.
I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Krizzes, do you like oolong tea?
Yes. Anything is fine.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or something? Ooh. Just gonna get rid of that. Oh boy. I can't see the little X symbol because it's cut off on this TV. There you go. I think I hit it. God damn it. Why? Fuck you, Windows. I never asked for this.
In that case,
shout out to Code Academy. It's a great website. I highly recommend it if you're getting into coding.
Way to break the tension there. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Oh, is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway.
Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much and stop cutting.
Oh my god. You're always worrying about me, Krizzes. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Krizzes, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Why is that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Ah, sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I wonder why that is.
It's most likely because of my
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading.
Yes, I have terrible reading posture, not breasts. So that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well.
Yep.
This bag of small chocolate candies.
We're going back to that again.
I take it since it'll go well with the tea. And Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at her sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Oh. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. Hey, buddy.
Yo, what's up?
How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? My shoulder starts getting a little wet. Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book and finish opening the wrapper. You can always have as much as you want, or you can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Yeah? Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages.
Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
That is so stressful. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already focused on reading again. I take a chocolate and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation is completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me as like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Krizzes...
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. The music stopped.
Uh-huh.
Yuri starts to breathe heavily. Oh no.
I can't. Krizzes...
Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over.
Krizzes... My heart won't stop pounding, Krizzes. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Krizzes?
Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest.
Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you.
Ah!
Ha. 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 It's time to share poems.
I'm kind of curious.
Let's just do it. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today.
Totally normal, nothing bad, nothing weird happened at all. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath.
I like just holding it.
Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things that you could work on, but it doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure.
Oh no. I was just checking to see if any new files were in there.
Not yet. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Wheel. A rotating wheel turning on an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a dock ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope,
Torn harness.
a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time control by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disapproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears in a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting the sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, a breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel.
Good poem.
It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen.
My pen?
That is a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though.
I almost feel bad for all these characters because this is like... I'm reading this as influence from Monica, like, causing them to, like...
Let's just keep going.
Go.
I don't know anything beyond this.
Oh, man.
This is where I no longer know what happens. We're going in uncharted territory. No. I'm glad I don't have to read this next part at all. Can't do it.
Well, it's not really worse than your last one.
Great.
But I can't really say it's any better either.
Jeez, what a jerk.
Phew. Huh? Phew? What? Anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. Sorry, I'm just getting over the last conversation I just had.
It was really intense.
Whew. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Oh, maybe that was a compliment. Nah, glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well, then keep practicing and maybe you'll be good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Just make sure you find a bit of influence from everyone. I think you're at least being influenced by Yuri a little bit, aren't you? I mean, I know you've been, like, spending time with her or whatever, but, you know, Monica and I are just as good as her. At poems, I mean. So you should really try to learn something or you'll never get any better. Here's the last one I wrote. I'll make sure you learn something. I'll make sure you learn something.
It's the same one from before.
Amy likes spiders, she likes spiders. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. That's why I'm not friends. Start like spiders too. That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she likes hobbies. This is private. She's gross, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Yeah, it really was the same.
Yeah, it's literally the same. Yeah, hers. That music is so freaking me out, though, man. All right, let's get back to it.
Jeez, I like every time the music does that. I'm like, oh no,
this is
something bad happening.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Like, everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid that if other people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Such as the two girls in this very club whom I respectfully won't name.
I wonder who that is.
Kind of ironic
Sayori.
Kind of ironic that even in one place of comfort, I can't even have people respect me. Jeez, now you're making me complain too much. What did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you. Well,
Shove it.
I guess thanks. It's kind of obvious you respect Yuri more, so
God.
whatever. We're done sharing, so you can leave now.
So we're at time.
God damn
We'll come back to Monica in the next episode. So, question of the day. Should we talk about sound? I think it's time to talk about the music.
Yes,
We haven't
okay.
talked about it at all. It's just making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, music is mostly the sound that we get, but we do get a bit of the like glitch sounds happening.
And let's talk about the lack of sound. I mean, just everything.
Yeah, so how are they using both music and sound to kind of establish themes and then use that to reinforce the tension of the game?
Like that. All right, if you guys enjoyed this episode, hit the like button, and please let us know what you think of Doki Doki Literature Club and the question of the day. And we'll see you in the next episode of Doki Doki Literature Club.
Bye.
See you guys.